Daniel wandered through the park, feeling lost in his thoughts. The noise around him faded away. He sat on a bench, sighing deeply. As he opened his backpack, a worn notebook slipped out. Curious, he picked it up. The cover was faded but inviting. Flipping through the pages, Daniel saw stories about struggle and recovery. Each word seemed to echo his own battles with addiction and loneliness. One particular story struck him hard. It described a person's journey from darkness to light, inspiring Daniel to reflect on his choices. At the end of the last entry, a phrase caught his eye. "One day your pain will help someone survive." Hope flickered in his heart. Daniel closed the notebook slowly, a newfound determination growing within. Perhaps this was the change he had been seeking. Daniel took a deep breath and sat on the park bench, holding his cell phone tightly. He was ready to speak from the heart. "I've been through some tough times," he began, his voice shaky. "Sleepless nights where despair crept in like a shadow." He paused, remembering the weight of loneliness, the times he thought he could no longer go on. "But I found this notebook. It spoke to me," he continued, his eyes brightening with hope, like it knew my struggles. Daniel smiled softly, recalling a specific line that lit a fire within him, a reminder of his own strength. "I almost gave up, but I realized I'm stronger than I thought," he stated, determination spilling into his voice. He continued to record, hoping his story would resonate with someone else battling their own darkness. "Each video is a release for me," he confessed, a hint of vulnerability in his tone, and perhaps a lifeline for you. The sun began to set, casting a golden light over the park as he shared his fears and hopes without holding back. Daniel felt lighter as he poured out his heart, each word a step toward freedom from the sorrow he had carried. "If you're listening, know that you're not alone," he said softly, feeling a connection even to the unseen. He ended the video with a hopeful smile, believing that vulnerability could build bridges to others in need. Daniel stared at the screen, his heart racing as he read the girl's comment. It felt unreal. Someone had felt supported by him. Tears streamed down his cheeks, the weight of loneliness lifting just a bit. He whispered, "I can help. I can really help." In a burst of energy, he decided to make another video. This time, he wanted to be even more open, more real. He took a deep breath, reflecting on his own struggles. "I want to share more of my story," he said softly to himself. Daniel pressed record, his heart pounding. "Today, I want to talk about when I felt invisible," he began, voice shaking slightly. He spoke of nights questioning his worth, how silence often screamed louder than words, and how darkness felt comforting. Each new video stirred something deeper in him. The connections formed made the idea of vulnerability feel like strength. Days passed, and the comments flooded in. People began sharing their stories, their struggles, their hopes. With each story, Daniel found his own healing. Each narrative became a thread, weaving them into a tapestry of hope. He realized he was not alone, and that thought blossomed in his mind. Together, they were stronger than their struggles. In sharing their vulnerabilities, they created a safe space, a community where darkness could be discussed without fear. As he smiled at the screen, Daniel knew this was just the beginning. Their stories together would grow beyond what he imagined. Daniel sat before his computer, reading a new message. A stranger shared a story of loss, and it hit him hard. He paused, reflecting on his own journey. The words echoed in his mind, resonating with his own experiences. Determined to respond, he typed back, sharing his empathy and encouragement, feeling connected in that moment. Days turned into weeks. Daniel found himself immersed in countless stories, each revealing raw vulnerabilities. With each shared experience, the community grew. People began to open up, revealing their struggles. One evening, he received a video call. It was a familiar face, someone whose story had touched him deeply. They talked for hours, laughing and crying together, bridging the gap of distance and fostering community. Yet, amidst the joy, doubt crept in. Daniel wondered if he was truly making a difference. That night, he reflected on his own struggles, questioning if others even saw him as a leader. Deciding to be vulnerable, he shared his doubts online, urging others to express their feelings too. The responses flooded in. People resonated, sharing their own insecurities and reminding him he was not alone. That moment of connection solidified his purpose, Daniel realized this was about more than himself. Daniel sat quietly on a park bench, watching people pass by. A soft breeze reminded him of fleeting moments and deeper connections waiting to be made. He noticed an elderly woman struggling with her grocery bags. Without a second thought, he stood up to help her, their eyes meeting in shared gratitude. As they walked together, the woman shared stories of her past. Daniel listened intently, feeling an unexpected weight lifting from his heart. Their conversation shifted to loss and hope. Daniel realized that while pain can darken life, it can also illuminate paths to healing. When they reached her home, the woman thanked him sincerely. Daniel felt a surge of purpose. He was beginning to understand his journey. Walking away, Daniel reflected on their encounter. "Perhaps this is what I needed," he murmured, feeling a renewed sense of belonging. Object.